Yeah, so the plus of here, this channel is you can find all of my plugs. You can look at all of my plugs below, and it hits my YouTube channel, it hits my, you know, all that stuff. So if you miss the stream, you want to see it, it's also got my schedule. So this is currently what I'm working with right now. I like the 3 stubs. I like the rejections out of the sideboard, even though they might not be necessary because they're going to go get Eldrazi Temple. So I might they're gonna go get Caverner's Souls post board because they just know this is coming. So I might be in favor of cutting one of these for Flaying Tendrils, but I'm not exactly sure. And then I've got my Staticaster, I've got my Spellbomb, I have Temur Battle Rage, 2 Young Pyromancers, and then it's kind of my grind. So we're gonna jump back into the league with Grixis. So let me update my information here. Return to details, join league. Like Grixis Death Shadow. Now we're back on to Grixis Shadow. Switch it up. I don't love this deck, but it's definitely growing on me. I'm excited to play Opt in this deck when it comes out. I think Opt surely, like I think you cut a Serum Visions and 2 Sleight of Hands and play 3 Opts in this deck. Because in the early games, your mana is just so constrained that there's a very big cost of playing a cantrip in your main phase and not trading with your opponent, either through like a discard spell. Like you can play a discard spell main phase because you can trade a card with your opponent. Oh, we're repaired, which is sweet. Oh wow, my bitrate just fell off. Playing its Blinklock Nexus. Weird name from our opponent. So they're probably playing Affinity. Which I'm glad I put the second K command back into my main deck. I was playing this for a little while, but I just cut the K command for a Snapcaster, basically. So if my opponent is Affinity, this hand is not very good. I think I'm going to mulligan this hand because, like, the double tasker is a mulligan anyways. So let's shift this one back. We'll keep this hand. I think we want to put this on the bottom for right now. I don't think we want this card because it's a while before we get a 4-power creature into play, and I don't want to, like, if I have an option to play Force Spike, I don't want to. Yep, so we are playing against Affinity, which makes sense. Bitrate. So I can get Watery Grave and Thoughtseize, my opponent, which I think I'm going to do. So we're going to go to 15, unfortunately. I want to be able to hit a payoff here, because my opponent can play like an Edge Champion next turn, and then I'm in trouble. My bitrate's back. All right. Yeah, we hit a payoff. There's the Raven. We are going to have to watch out for... Unfortunately, this Galblast will probably eventually trade for a Death Shadow. Small player Mountain. So this... I don't really want to fetch right now, because I would want to fetch Shock to hold up a push. So even though this is bad form, I believe I'm going to leave this in my hand and just be conscious of it. I don't want either of these. Wow, my bitrate is all over the place. Is my stream working? Here, my bitrate is just like tweaking out. If anybody in the chat can, you know, at least inform me if my stream's not tweaking out, because on my end, it's just like losing its mind. Replace the Darksteel. Ravager is annoying. So if I push this, he just does it again, and then can move everything over, so we can't push this. I am going to push this thing. He eats it here. But if we draw a removal spell next turn, we're in pretty good shape. So we'll start with a Thought Scour. That's not bad, because so now what does he do? So now he goes, I Thoughtseize him. He blasts me down to, I go to 9, I take 6. So this is a 4/4, 5, 6. So 4/4. This makes this 3, 4, 5. This is a 5/5. So then my Death Shadow kit is bigger than his. Yeah, so we're just gonna do this. Then fetch a basic swamp. Double Gale Blast. Alright. Hey Tacos, how's it going? How's the stream looking? It's the bit rate's tweaking out a little bit on my end. So if I shock here, yeah, I have to shock because I go to 10, and then if he tries to blast my thing, then I can Street Wraith and survive. Yeah, how's my stream doing, Tacos? Like on my end, it's just like losing its mind. So I am going to block this because as it stands right now, unless my opponent draws an artifact, we just trade here. And he has to sack his entire board. David Cheney, thank you very much. I appreciate the support there. So there's no way my opponent can go all in on this, I don't think. I would. I'm going to block. I would buy the deck. I think it's the best deck in Modern. And like a Death Shadow is the most powerful card in Modern. So Polluted Delta. We'll play another Death Shadow. So we're pretty much good at anything but okay, Inkbot's annoying. So I'm actually just going to fetch a tapped land here. Get a... I'm just going to get another Watery Grave tapped. I can't imagine a world where we want to do a double red spell here. Yeah, we got Pyromancer. We have 2 Pyromancers on the board. Okay, so we don't want this. Put on the bottom. We want this. And well, the nice thing about Moto is like, even if you buy a deck, like the margins aren't that bad. Like you're not losing very much money. Okay, so what am I gonna do? I'm probably fatal pushing. So I guess I can do this main phase in order to get more information. and we might roll over a stub or something to hit like a... Alright, so that changes the plan. So we hit a Tasigur, we didn't hit a stub. So we're just going to go in and attack, and then we're going to potentially pay full retail. No, I guess we're just going to go 1 on this because there might be a world where we flash in a Snapcaster. So the Thoughtseize are the discard spells are what we want to get rid of here. Discard spell and Thought Scour. I am a large fan of Denial. I actually think the metagame is more hostile to Grixis Death Shadow than it is to Jund Death Shadow right now because of the combo decks. You don't have the clock. So I do think that it's important to have the stubs. But like, you know, PV's probably one of the greatest Magic players ever played. Okay. So again, we're just gonna clock with both. Play a Gurmag Angler and leave up Snap Push. So we don't want Thought Scours, we don't want Street Wraith. We want all the rest of these. We don't want a Tasigur. And all the rest of these are fine, so I guess I'll just get rid of the lands. I mean, PV's one of the greatest Magic players of all time, so maybe it's worth some testing. But I do think that Stub is too good not to play right now. All right, nice. You drew a shitty card. Like, drew another Angler. Okay, so here I like the Staticaster. I like the Flaying Tendrils and the Last Hopes. I like Temur Battle Rage as a way to get over all the gunk. I don't like Street Wraith. I'm not a Stub fan of this. I actually don't like the counter spells in any of these matchups. I might bring in some rejections while I'm on the draw, but I definitely believe I want to go V6 for this 6. I want all of my discard spells. I want all, because I don't know, because without having, well, I guess so. I guess I can cut like 2 Thoughtseizes and play 2 rejections. This Brutality is like a maybe, can come in somewhere. So I'm not exactly sure. I don't want to cut a land. I think a 2-mana not kill any creature is too slow on the draw. Like, this is conditional, and I have to tap out for it. Yep, this is a good hand. We're going to keep this. We're going to be definitely looking for lands, but we've got plenty of interaction, and we've got a removal spell, a Thoughtseize, and a Snapcaster to pick up the pieces, and our opponent mulligans. Oh man, your copy all over the shelf. So I think I'm going to lead with Serum Visions here, because I need to hit a second land, and with the Scry 2, it's my best option. So neither of those lands, so we're putting both of them on the bottom. PV also likes... So how old is this article? Sad Mafiano. Yeah, I think we're just going to miss our land drop. We're going to do like the adult thing here, which doesn't feel great, but we're just going to push this. End of August. Alright, well that's the rough one. Okay, so we draw a land. So let's Serum Visions. Alright, I'm gonna put, I think I have to put both of these in the bottom because I just don't have lands. I don't have the lands to cast them, which is pretty sad. Alright, we'll put one of these in my hand. Okay, pass. It really sucks putting both of those K commands on the bottom, but we just need lands. I don't like Liliana in the main deck of this, unless you're like, you know, getting off the Snapcaster beatdown plan, or the unless you're getting off, like, if you're moving farther away from the Snapcaster Kolaghan's command plan, because you just lose all the cards in your hand. So this is an attack for 2, 4, 7, I go to 10. Nope, I only go to 12, alright. So I can terminate this. I guess I'll wait for him to... I guess I can't terminate and play Death Shadow, which is a little sad. So I guess I'm just going to play this. Then play a tapped Shadow. I mean, I can get behind cutting Snapcaster right now. Because I'm only playing 3 Snapcasters. If you guys want to see the deck list, you can go ! Deck list, and it shows you both of the Death Shadow lists that I'm currently playing. So we're going to take another shot here, which is a bit sad, but... There's another Edge Champion, right? This game is just incredibly over. We're going to get a tapped land here. We're definitely looking for Serum for... So we're going to take 3, 6... Just 2, well, we're just going to take 5. So we're going to get a tapped Blood Crypt. I actually have a lot of blue spells in my hand. I actually think we had a tapped Steam Bits. Because this can fetch a swamp. I mean, we just put ourselves dead if our opponent goes for it, but... Oh, that rejection is right on time. So I can go Terminate this. So we're definitely just going to terminate this, then hope to find Temur Battle Rage. Oh no, I didn't have a stop. Oh no, alright, well, and I would have gotten it too. Which would have been, oh, I could have just animated it again. So this is 6. Yeah. We did. So I have to put a stop in if I'm playing against Affinity here, because it didn't matter there, but it might matter in the future games. So that's why it's important to have Temur Battle Rage in your deck against these decks. I can't block the Edge Champion, right? I mean, that's what you're talking about. All of his creatures have flying. Edge Champion's pro everything. Alright, this is a keep. I'm going to start off with a Serum Visions. I don't really know. I mean, I pretty much know what I'm taking. I put a mulligan, and they put a card on top. How you doing, Blair? Is it Blair or Cole? I don't remember which one of you Midor heathens. So I don't think I'm going to want the second Thoughtseize. I do believe that I will eventually get to this Gurmag Angler, because next turn I'm going to fetch down to 14, probably Thoughtseize, maybe get Death Shadow into play. So I don't think I want this, and I guess I don't. So fetch 1, 2, 3, 4. That's another one. I'm going to put on top because I don't think it's reliable that one threat wins me this game. Whose party is it, Blair? So now we're definitely going to Thoughtseize because we want to be able to hit like a payoff next turn. Because if we hit a payoff, then we're in pretty good shape. So we can't cast the Dispatch. So if I take the Ravager, next turn he cracks me for 4. So I'm going to play Death Shadow this turn. For 80 Adirondack members, nice. So I think I'm going to take this Arcbound Ravager. He cracks, I'm going to 12, play Death Shadow. He cracks me for 4, but I can block depending on what he does. And then if he draws the Dispatch, then I'll be able to play Angler. And I can deal with this later, which makes these two not useless. So I'm going to take the Ravager. And here, I'm going to get Blood Crypt. And play out a good old 1/1. So there's a Blink Moth. Drew a Vault Scourge, which is fine. So I actually can just block this because of how Death Shadow works, and I'll take 2. This will become a 3/3 with 2 damage on it. So for everybody that's, you know, unaware, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I can Sleight of Hand. Oh, we want that last hope. So we'll put this in hand. Oh, I made a mistake. I should have made it so that I could, because now I can't. Let's see what he does. Because now I should have tapped this one so I can go push and Angler. So next turn I'm taking 4 if I don't kill this. His last card's Dispatch, so he can't kill me next turn because he has to go like, he would have to go, yeah, so I'm definitely just going to play this. Because in order for him to kill me, he would have to draw attack, 2, 4, 6, I go to 2. He'd have to draw land, Colored Source, and Galvanic Blast in one draw step, which he can't. And then we should be able to rage him out of the game next turn. I guess I really didn't want that last hope, so drew an Ornithopter. Good, so if he goes all out here, he's dead. Okay, so there's the Ornithopter. So now I just attack with both creatures. This is 18, he has to put all 3, yeah, he's just dead. So we attack. And then we just rage. And we got him. Oh, I clicked the wrong thing. Oh, man. Okay, so how do I not die? 1, 2, 3, 4. Ugh. So now I gotta push 3, 6. So now I just have to push. Alright, so wait, let's recover here. Yeah, that wasn't good. I just got too casual with my thing. So let's recover here. Okay, so my opponent animates so I think I pass here because between the Liliana and the Fatal Push, he needs to have 2 blockers because he can go like animate, attack me for 2, 3, 4, and I can just push one of these and then he's dead. So I should be okay here. And then the Liliana gets rid of his blocker, so I should be fine. I mean, I'm dead to Gal. Once again, like, I'm dead to Gal Blast, but he can't draw Gal Blast and thing. So he animates. So we push right now. Push this. So now he just gets in for 2. Then hopefully we draw a removal spell. Nope, we didn't. So here I just have to attack and then push up on this so that the Blink Moth only does 1 damage to me next turn. We're gonna Liliana this. Ugh. Well, we gave him a chance. Yeah, we still got there. Gave him a chance. This is what we're currently playing with. Night viewers, guys. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate all your support. QSXMLK, thank you very much for the follow. You guys will... The Pyromancers are pretty good. The Pyromancers are good. You definitely have to build your deck around it a little bit, though. Like, I cut a Street Wraith and a land to play 2 Sleight of Hands, which aren't super, like, I don't really like Sleight of Hand, but you need just a critical mass of cantrips. It is nice that it's just kind of like a one-man army, if it's not, you know, if it's not, whatever, if it's not opposed. And another thing that I like about it is it's a K-commandable target. Death Shadow plus Rage. Well, Blair, I didn't rage on the Death Shadow. I raged the Memnite, so it's all good. So this hand's good. Here we should have access to a pretty early Angler. Evil equals 2 good. Yep. What's nice about the Pyromancers is that it's something that you want to K-command back. It's like that doesn't affect your graveyard at all. This deck, there's like a very legit cost in this deck of playing 4 Delve creatures and Snapcaster Mage, and it's just nice to be able to K-command back a creature that you don't have to like expend your resources to use. Like, yeah, Battle Rage, like, it's just wrong to not play Battle Rage at this point. There was a while, about a month ago, I was playing a Death Shadow deck that didn't have Battle Rage because, like, the format was very fair. This is what I was playing about a month ago because the format was just incredibly fair, and it was all Grixis and decks that were trying to beat Grixis, like 3-color good stuff decks, and the Battle Rages were just a complete, liability. Looks like we're playing Storm. I like that deck. That deck's not as good right now because like there's a lot of combo decks. But if I knew I was going to play a lot of fair decks, I probably would play that. So we don't actually have an answer to a cost reducer. So I'm going to actually Thoughtseize on turn 1. Drew land. No, so we're playing against a weird control deck. We're just going to take Remand because it's really annoying if they remand my Angler. So we're playing against some either 2-color or 3-color blue, red, green control deck. Yeah, I probably should pay attention. I mean, I've got both my basics in my hand, so I don't really have to play around that. Engineer Explosives for 1. That's fine, dude. Probably should be a little conservative with my life total, as this guy's probably got like Bolt Snap Bolt / Electrolyze shenanigans. I would agree that Angler is very good in this matchup. Kukang, thank you very much. I think I'm up to 460 followers. Getting close. I want to do something special for 100. I don't know what I'm for 500. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'd like to do something cool. Was just tanking there. All right, so I can take a Dispel, which is probably gonna be worth it at some point during this game. K-Command's likely to be a very good card in this deck. Oh wow, he's a Splinter Twin deck. That's sweet. So, I'm going to get Steam Vents here. And this is probably the last Shock Land we'll take here. Because I'm sure that he's going to have ways to like nickel and dime me. So we definitely want this K-Command. We don't want to... Let's put on the bottom. Put on top. So he plays a Sulphur Falls. So it looks like he drew a combo piece. Yep, so he's going to harass us a little bit. Well, it's not Splinter Twin, I guess. It's a Kiki Jiki deck. It is a Splinter Twin deck, basically. So I believe he didn't draw Remand. So let's Thought Scour. We drew Death Shadow. We can't play Death Shadow, unfortunately. So I don't want Street Wraith. I wouldn't mind Thoughtseize. I don't want 2 Thoughtseizes. I want to keep this in my library to fill, or my graveyard to fill it back up if we need to. And these lands are no good. Play a nasty Gurmasty. So you're just pump faking it there. I'm gonna fetch. If he wants to do something here, then. Alright, so now I'm gonna start the turn by just attacking. And then if my opponent chooses, ooh, that was bad. That was really bad. I fetched in such a way where if my opponent just has it and I don't draw a red source, then I'm in trouble. Well, no, I should have Serum Visions first, I guess. Yeah, this is bad. If he goes to get me here with like a X-Arc, then I'm unfortunately gonna have to go like Cryptic Command, or I don't really want either of these. We drew a Fatal Push, which is nice, but I'm gonna have to go like, oh, he didn't have it. All right, thank God. I would like to find a way to revolt this, to revolt my Fatal Push. I wonder if I bring in... I'm assuming that after board, Disdainful Stroke is going to be very good, as he's going to have like Jaces, Cryptic Commands, and other things. Like I bet he'll probably have, 4 or 5 targets. I bet he'll have between 6 and 8 targets for Disdainful Stroke after sideboard. Coming in. We just play draw go here. Alright. Well, it's gonna be able to do some looting. We love to draw a fetch land. Alright, that's pretty good too. So I'm still pretty nervous how I don't have any way to interact with Kiki Jiki. Alright, that's really good. Discard an island. He plays a Sulphur Falls. I hope this is a cryptic, not a creature. Well, we can interact with Kolaghan's command. The problem is if he taps down our creature, if he taps down our red source, then we can't interact. But he can't, he's probably going to tap this down. So now I'm going to play a Death Shadow because it's just going to put added pressure on my opponent. So they have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They'd have to have like Kiki Jiki double dispel in order to make it through here. Pia Nalar, okay. That's pretty annoying. So what do I do here? So if I go Shatter Shock, then he obviously blows this up. This dies. We get Revolt. We push this. And then we kind of work from there. So I think I'm going to go Shatter Shock. Then, as it stands, if we draw another removal spell, as it stands, we currently have... Okay, so it gets rid of that. If we draw a removal spell, we're good. That wasn't a removal spell. It is another piece of interaction. So he's got Kiki Jiki and X. That is what my opponent's got going on. Yeah, the fetch is good too. So the fetch is a good draw actually. So now he's dead through 2 things. I actually thought Splinter Twin was fine in the format. What are you doing, sir? I thought Twin was a healthy deck in the modern format. I wish it wasn't banned. What decks would not be reasonable? There's said, like maybe the Nightfall decks, but you could build the Nightfall decks in such a way to make them reasonable. You know, you could play more Thalias so the creatures come into play tapped. You have your removal spells. You know, you just beat them in the face. You know, I don't think that Twin is making any other decks less reasonable than Death Shadow is. Yes, but you would actually, it would be kind of cool to have an entirely another blue deck. Like, I wouldn't play it, but I would like to have a whole nother deck that's playable. Like if we go while my opponent is leisurely tanking here. Like this deck gets worse, which is fine. This deck, the black-green decks are actually become playable again. Elves gets a little worse. The Eldrazi and Taxes deck is probably a fair matchup. I don't know, I think you just add a new dimension to the format. Like, not that those are reasonable. I think the Human Company decks are pretty good. The Nightfall decks. Knight of Reliquary is just a very powerful magic card. Yes, this card gets worse, but okay, so we're going to look to grind here, because that's what this is going to turn into. So we want Strokes, we want Last Hopes, I think we want Young Peasies, we want to cut these, and we might want these bombs. We are cutting well, yeah, I mean, I think you can build your deck to be decent, though. I think the tools are there. Like, Thalia is very good versus Twin. Both the Thalias are good versus Twin. I think you can... Reflector Mage is a good card versus Twin. If you want to play, like, the upkeep game, you can Reflector Mage the thing back to their hand. Let me just think about what we're doing here. I think we want to cut an Angler, because, like, he might bring in Graveyard Hate of his own. And if, like, getting the Angler, like, Remand's his main form of interaction. I think we can shave this Bolt. Actually, we probably can shave a Push, as, like, one hits Pestermite, one doesn't hit X-Arch easy. I don't know. I just like decks that keep bullshit in check. So this Liliana the Last Hope might be a little bit greedy with, you know, them playing the Twin game. I probably can shave like a couple discard spells because the game's gonna go long. So maybe I keep in this Fatal Push and go like this. Because I'm almost sure that my opponent's going to... This Disdainful Stroke is going to have text on it at some point. I don't necessarily like Brutality because you're never nugging a creature with it. I don't really like Brutality unless you're getting more than one effect out of it. It's a great card. I just don't think this is the matchup that you wanted. I might be able to shave a Denial. And on the play, I might do that. This hand's fine here. I'm going to lead off on Thoughtseize on 1 because... Well, I'm probably going to lead off on Thoughtseize on 1 because I don't mind him remanding a Sleight of Hand or a Serum Visions. I would assume that my opponent is going to sideboard in such a way where my Fatal Pushes are not as good, which means I might want to cut a Fatal Push in the next game. Then bottom. What are you looking for, sir? I'm not gonna crack this fetch land yet because I might. This hand is a hand where I do kind of want to draw some lands. Okay, Remand. So that Relic's gonna be pretty annoying, but I think we're just gonna take a Snapcaster Mage and just try to grind through this. Yeah, they might board in such a way to blank my push a little bit. I don't like this play from my opponent. Especially if they drew an E. Yeah. QQ549, thank you very much. I appreciate the support. Okay, so I think we're going to play this. Now I'm kind of getting kicked in the shorts for not having... I think I'm just going to get an... Oh, I can't get an island with this one. That was a mistake. We're definitely going to be more conservative with our life total going forward. I don't think we want 2 of these, though. I don't think we want 2 lands. Hopefully my opponent has to get into a situation where they have to crack this relic. Yeah, I wanted to get an island there, but I played a Bloodstained Mire. I'll probably definitely get an island with this Polluted Delta. Just also like life gain concerns. Yeah, I would agree. So... I think we fetch now, and we play Thought Scour, because if my opponent... There might be a world where my opponent does not give me the opportunity... opponent gives me an opportunity to just play a Delve creature here, because they kind of have to pop this. Because, see, that doesn't... If I draw a Delve card, like, I can still play it. Alright, so now I think we Sleight of Hand. And we just put... I think we put the Thought Scour into our hand. And we already played a land, so we'll pass. Actually, might have been a mistake there to not... put the fetch land into our hand so that we can A, play around Blood Moon, and B, have an answer to this Pia and Kianalar. Oh, is this the moon? Oh, Ancestral Vision. Okay. That's going to be a good one. So I think we Thought Scour first. That's actually a pretty... I guess it's not a very good time to get this down. So I hit a Tasigur, I hit a Serum, and I hit a Serum Visions. This remand's annoying. I'm going to put this Thoughtseize on top. And I think I'm going to run a Death Shadow out here. Give my opponent some like low-hanging fruit, and if they want to remand this, it's fine. I doubt they kept Bolton. I do not mind this getting remanded. Yep. Okay. We are going to have to set up soon to be able to handle this Ancestral Vision. So let's check out what our opponent's cooking with here. This is our worst land. I'm probably taking this P and Kianalar, and then I might snap the Thoughtseize and get this Snapcaster out of my opponent's hand. Or at least kind of like, you know, make things a little difficult for them. Why does my opponent shift priority back? Yeah, I would agree. Okay, so I think I'm just going to take Mom and Pop. But then how do I win? So I think I'm going to take Mom and Pop, and then I'm going to Thoughtseize back Mom and Pop, putting me at 9. bring me to 8, and then my opponent's got 8 damage in hand. I'm just going to have to like play this very slowly. No, we're definitely in some trouble right now. But the mom and pop is also, I think that card's just backbreaking. This might be too aggressive. I didn't take a whole lot. I probably should have thought a little longer about this. I think the mom and pop is going to just be very good on this board. Well, so maybe I take the Snapcaster Mage. Hang on. If I take his Snapcaster Mage, then I can start to, if he taps out for mom and pop, I can then play Liliana the Last Hope, and he then has to use all of his resources to get Liliana the Last Hope off the board. Like he has to attack and then fling a Thopter at it, which is kind of sad, I think, but I think it's worth it. So I think actually I'm going to take this Snapcaster Mage. 16 viewers, guys. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate your support. I hope all is going well for everyone watching. Yeah, I think I'm going to take the Snapcaster. So it bolts me. Yeah, so I'm just going to take Snapcaster. It's just more immediate damage, I think. I would like to hit a counter spell very soon. I'm just going to, next turn, our mana is just like a little bit gross. I might like go snap. I might go like snap Serum Visions, play a Death Shadow, just to start like getting a bit of a clock going on, because then it makes it so that he basically has to Death Shadow on his turn. So then what do you do with Thoughtseize number 2? Do you just leave him with mom and pop and not cast it and go like Thoughtseize Serum Visions? So when does this Ancestral Visions come off? 2 turns. So I think it's really critical to like Snapcaster Serum Visions, then play a Death Shadow to hopefully set up a Stubborn Denial. Taking Snap plus PM. So I think we're going to attack first. No, I think I should have put a more of a higher value on the Snapcaster. So I'm going to go Snapcaster with these 2 lands, and then use this one to Serum Visions. So 67, Batu67, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate your support. I appreciate all of your support. Stream's cooking here today. We might be able to play a 3rd league. If I play a 3rd league, I'll probably play Jund, as I just enjoy playing Jund more. I do want to learn this because I'm playing Modern for my team at the Team SCG event. So that's why I'm learning it. Like I enjoy playing Jund much more, but if I have access to Grixis, I should at least give it a whirl for my teammates. There's the K command. I think I want both of these. I think I want the K command first, though. So we're going to put this on top. We're going to put this on top. And have I played land? No. And then we'll go like this. Give him the opportunity here to... I think we're going to let this Ancestral resolve, but I believe we might have enough gas to just power through it. So my opponent Snap Bolts me. So their last card's Kiki Jiki and Pia. What's the next anti-white? Well, maybe now that I think about it, the Terminate's not that great. The Terminate's good, I think, because it gets rid of this Pia. Maybe the Kolaghan's command's not that good because we're at 2. Because I do have to kill this Pia, because if he hits a land, he just plays Pia and flings at me. So maybe I'm being too aggressive. But my opponent can't play... Yeah, maybe I was too aggressive there. So I think I'm just fatal pushing the Snapcaster, and then I'm getting him for 4. Yeah, that was a mistake. I messed up. I screwed this whole game up. I shouldn't have done that. So maybe I thought scour myself to get rid of them. Yeah, I can't keep those cards. Well, the problem is I have to kill this Pia. I have to kill the Pia, and I have to, like, put enough pressure on him to where he can't attack me with the Thopters. So maybe I need one of those. Maybe I need the command to go, like, Shatter Shock on the Pia. You're saying Thought Scour them? San Mafio? So what is the next anti-white shadow? What are you saying, guy? What do you mean, guys that likes Taco? The next like non-white that shadow deck we're gonna play? Yeah. I do think that I need the K command to clean up Mom and Pop and the tokens. I'm pretty sure we're just getting aggro. We're pushing this, then we're attacking. And then next turn, we're probably not going to want to draw the Terminate. So we might, like Liliana. Yeah, I think we're just pushing this. I don't think we need Terminate. I do think we need K command. So he blows this up. Opponent fetches. Yeah, I'm thoroughly off this Terminate on top. Yeah, I think we're just going to leave up Thought Scour and K command. You get anti-white. Yep. So we're dead to bolt. That's pretty much it. We just gotta hope our opponent blanks on a lightning bolt. At least we have stub for a redraw. Nope. So I did just a little bit too much damage to myself. So I think I want to shave 2 pushes and bring the discard spells in, especially if he's got Ancestral Visions. I did like cutting one of these anglers. But I like the white splash in Jen there, Taco Man. Hang on 1 second. All right, I would like to lead off. I think this hand's fine. Like, it's not super, but I do think that it's not, you can't throw a hand like this back. And especially in a resource-based matchup, you really just don't want to throw. You don't want to throw back a hand that, you don't want to throw a hand back that's like playable. Like, I don't want a mulligan. Okay, so here I think we just take Snapcaster and we're at a virtual 10. Looks like our opponent drew a cantrip. It's a pretty good draw. They drew an ancestral. Oh wow. So now, do we just want to try to get under them now? Because I can take a Thoughtseize. I can Thoughtseize a bolt down to 14. Fetch down to 11. Do I play a Death Shadow that can get bolted? Probably, because it's better than the bolt hitting me. And then we just try to like tempo them out with Death Shadow and this Tasigur. I don't know if this is right getting aggressive here. Given that our opponent always draws, yeah. We're gonna offer this up. Okay. And I think I'm fetching. What am I fetching? 1, 2, 3, 4. So am I going to 8, making a 5/5 shadow? I think so. This bolt might be going upstairs here this turn. God, I want to just snap this off. Oh. So now my opponent's likely dead to a fetch land. No, they're at 11. So they missed land drops, but they put a card bottom. Oh, that was a big draw. I kind of like both of these. But actually, no, we don't want the lands. Let's put this on the bottom. Put this on top. Yes. Especially when we drew that stub. We were also getting to a point where, like, if we could start activating Tasigur, we're always getting back Lightning Bolt. Or getting back like Lightning Bolt or a very good card. So opponent has to kill 2 creatures through step. I guess an Exarch does well here. Snapcaster Mage. What are they doing? What are we targeting? This is just a punt, right? This is like good night. Yeah. Yeah, they just wanted to send a message. All right, let's get back into it. I'll put the deck up here. I'm gonna grab some more coffee. Yeah, everyone has exactly 0 outs. Okay, 13 viewers, guys. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for hanging out. If you guys like what you see, please hit the follow button. If you guys do not like what you see, then that's fine anyways. That's all good. If you guys are really into it, you can hit the subscribe button. This is predominantly going to be a Death Shadow channel for the next, I don't know, for how long. Probably until Death Shadow Bander is bad, which I don't think it's ever going to. And I'm trying to make it specialized with Death Shadow. Like, I write a lot about Death Shadow. I don't publish it anywhere, but I write a lot to keep my own thoughts organized. Sounds fine? So, you know, if you are a subscriber, maybe we can do... I just want to make the channel, like, better for people that are watching. We're playing the mirror. I think if we're playing the mirror, I think I would rather... Well, now that we drew that, I think this is fine. So we're going to Thoughtseize my opponents. I'm trying to make this like a better channel for people that like want to play Death Shadow. And I want to make this like the Death Shadow channel. We're getting a basic. We thought scouring. Oh wow. All right, we'll take that. I mean, that's a 2-for-1. I would say that more than likely means that my opponent definitely has Blood Moon in their deck. This is probably the Through the Breach, the blue-red. Oh, wow, there's black in it. All right, so I'm going to start by doing this just in case. Okay, so now let me get this into play just in case my opponent plays stub. All right, so we're definitely just going to take care of this. And I think we're just going pedal to the metal here. If my opponent rips exactly Blood Moon next turn, then, like, you know, you got me. But, yeah, I mean, our opponent's hand's not even that great. In my opinion, I don't think that was worth it at all. How do we lose? We lose if my opponent drew... If my opponent drew Through the Breach, then next turn they draw land. So we don't have to. So next turn, so we lose if my opponent draws a land, Through the Breach, and Simian Spirit Guide next turn, but then they would have to draw 3 cards over 2 turns and have all their mana. So we're not losing next turn. So let's start off with a Sleight of Hand. Yeah, our opponent rips Blood Moon and dies in Shadow. You're right. I guess I should have played my land just in case my opponent has a bolt. Well, that right there is what we're looking for. That's what the doctor ordered. So I actually don't have another fetchable shock land. So now this game should be pretty much over because of this stub and the snap stub. Our opponent is a doorknob. I guess I should turn off my auto yields in case I want to stub this card. Even though I might aggressively stub now because we'll be able to Snapcaster back a stub. Yeah, I'm going to be pretty aggressive with a Stubborn Denial, I think. I think I'll stub. I think here I'm stubbing like a cantrip. I don't even think I'm playing this Death Shadow. I think I'm keeping up Stub, Snap, Stub. Because my opponent takes 6, they go to 8. If I have to play I just like can play Snapcaster next turn and attack with it, and they're still dead. Yeah, I'm working to make this like the Death Shadow channel. I want to play all the Death Shadow decks here. I love playing. I think we're going to stop this. I think we're getting aggressive. I like stubbing cantrips from combo decks, especially if I have backup. But I'm trying to make this like the Death Shadow deck. I want to play I really want to play that tribal Death Shadow deck that's been popping around. I want to play that also, but I've got to figure out exactly how I want it. So I want these strokes. I want brutality. And that's probably it. Some of these decks play Snapcaster, but we'll see what I have to take out. I want to keep my Street Wraiths in as like the clock's relevant. I don't want Fatal Pushes are the first 4 out. What kind of hate? So it's very reasonable that they could bring in a card like Leyline of the Void. So there's a chance that Young Pyromancer is okay. That's what you're looking for, a guy that likes tacos? Maybe I'll give it a whirl. I kind of like bringing in Young Pyromancer here because my opponent easily could have Black Leyline, and Black Leyline kind of gets rid of my Angler and my Tasigur. So there's a world where I definitely can see like shaving probably a Tasigur and playing these and going like these 5 for these 5. I don't think these K commands are very good, so I easily could board these K commands out for like Temur Battle Rage. I probably can ditch my Terminates also for, I think that this deck plays Snapcaster. So I think I can get the bombs in. Yeah, I think they play Snapcaster Mage. So I kind of like just having more threats and more disruption. I think that's what we're going to do here. This hand's great. My opponent plays a Leyline. Our hand's no longer great. So we're looking for a... okay, Goryo's Vengeance, sure. So let's... Oh, I should fetch... I'm going to fetch... Oh, I fetched the wrong basic. Damn it. All right, I guess we're just passing. That was just a poor... I sequenced wrong there. I grabbed the wrong land. I'm used to all of my fetch lands being able to fetch all of my basics, so it doesn't necessarily matter. There, which is just a mistake. Like that was a punt. So I don't... Do I care if he resolves a Blood Moon next turn? I don't really think that I do. So I think I'm just going to Serum Visions. Look for some business and look for a counterspell. So this Death Shadow is not business right now. So I think I'm going to put this on the bottom. I do think I'm going to put this on top. I've already messed this game up incredibly. So I think now we're just looking for threats. Looking for threats and counter magic. Opponent is black in their deck. So that makes me less inclined to think that they play Blood Moon. So in game 3, I don't think I'm going to play around that. Watch my opponent just moon me here. Yeah, I've already made a mockery of this matchup here. Like, no, this could be a moon. Madcap. All right, well, I guess we're going to bring back our Kolaghan's command. Oh, what is this? Oh, wow. Okay, so Quicksilver Amulet. Okay. What is going on? So he needs 4 mana to do this. Yeah, well, did we know it was Grixis? I don't think we knew it was Grixis, right, before this. I think I'm going to cantrip. I don't think... I'm not going to survive. Like, whatever. If I'm at 16 and he attacks me with Emrakul, I'm not going to survive anyways. I think we want to put this on the bottom, put this on top, and then we're just going to play an Angler. Yeah, I already made a mockery of this game, so... Okay, so we have another turn. So I'm assuming he's looking, so we went bottom, top. So I would say that he is looking for, so there's his land, but he can't fetch it unless he has a way to kill this Angler. So let's start by attacking because we might be looking for something different. So he needs a land next turn that doesn't do damage to him. No, we don't want either of these. We're on the F6 train. Okay, so here comes, nope, all right. Well, I guess we play dumb, get rewarded. Yeah, so I'm trying to make this like the premiere, like the Death Shadow stream. So I don't exactly know how to do that. I don't know what people are looking for. Yaver12, thank you very much. Kobe Money, Razzie, Chrissy Ferry, Cute Rock, thank you very much. I think I missed some of you guys. I'm trying to make this like the premier Death Shadow stream, and I don't know exactly how to do that. I don't know if I should be taking like deck list donations from people. Like people are like, hey, if you're like a subscriber, you get to pick like, hey, I want you to play this deck, this version of it, or you know, this hand's fine. This is very good here. Or like if you're a, or like say, hey, I will take donation. I will take like a, you know. I will, if you're a subscriber, I'll run your deck through the league, or I'll give my opinion on it, or if I write about Death Shadow, or where it is in the format, what version you should be playing, etc., etc. I don't know if that's what I should be doing. I don't know, you know, because I do all of this. This is all felt like I would literally stream just Desiree 1500. Thank you very much. I would stream just to stream, like because it's fun. I enjoy streaming. Oh wow, I'm looking at a 4. So we're going to 15 on 1. We're going to hope our opponent's not playing burn. What if my opponent might just pack it in here? So what do? They put a card on top. Okay, so I'm going to assume that my opponent is a combo deck. I'm going to assume they're a deck that folds, like that's just, we're going to go out on a limb here. I'm going to cut some of my, I'm going to cut some Terminates, and I'm going to bring in Temur Battle Rage. And these Brutalities. We're going to be linear here, I think. I think this is what we're going to want to do. And if it catches us with our pants down, it catches us with our pants down. I'm also going to be looking to improve my stream next week. Next week, I'm going to be running home and I'm going to be getting a second monitor and a mouse. No, second monitor, a good camera, and a headset so that I can hopefully, like, you know, have a slightly better video quality. And I'd like to stream more. It's hard to do because, like, you know, I'm a consultant. And, like, with consulting, it's like if you work, you have to work. This hand's fine. It's pretty quick, so I think I'm going to keep this. It's going to have a quick threat here, which I like. Like, it's a combo deck, which I'm assuming. So my opponent's playing Elves. Okay. So we were wrong. We boarded completely wrong, but at least we have Temur Battle Rage. So I like Staticaster right now. I like K-Return too. I'd rather play Flaying Tendrils. So what am I going to do here? I think I'm looking for a removal spell. We're going to give myself the most looks next turn at a removal spell. I don't think I want this Snapcaster Mage. I do think I want this Thoughtseize, because that hits like a company. I also don't think I'm going to bring Young Pyromancer in matchups where I would want K-Return. It's a good play by my opponent to concede. You know, like, I did completely, like, you know, I boarded poorly. At least we have our rages. Like, rage is kind of our out now. I do think Elves is a very good deck right now. I think it's very good against like Titan Shift. I think it can raise Storm. I think it's good against I think it can raise Eldrazi Tron, and I think it's good against like the Death Shadow decks if you don't hit your sweepers. Like, you have a very critical mass of cards you need to hit. It's faster than like Affinity. So what do we got here? Opponent's probably like, how do I kill my opponent as quickly as possible? Kumar 1211, thank you very much. Appreciate your support. All right, so opponent is saying check. Okay. All right, so let's do this first before we do anything. Okay, so that's a pretty good draw. So I think we're just going to hold. We're going to Thoughtseize first. See what's going on. My opponent's got a Collected Company. We're going to hold the stub. Say Summon Respect and Scavenging Ooze. So we're just going to take. We don't have any answers to the Scavenging Ooze right now, and we boarded out quite. I think I'm okay with them at getting this packed, because if they don't do it now, I'm going to be able to stub it. And oh, I guess I can't do that because that pact gives him Chameleon Colossus, but we can't do anything because of this Death Shadow. Yeah, that was a mistake, because now he packs for Chameleon Colossus, and I'm in a whole lot of trouble. I assume the right play is to pact for Chameleon Colossus. Okay, Spawn packs. This has got to be Chameleon Colossus, right? Unless he drew, yeah. So now we're in quite a bit of trouble. And there was not really anything I could do there. I could have taken, like, I came to the pact late. So now we need to draw, like, Temur Battle Rage next turn. We don't have double blue also to look for it, which is a bit annoying. But at least he's not going to be able to Colossus next turn us. So we're gonna get at least 2 draw steps with 2 cantrips. Yep, Colossus is disgusting. You are right. And our sideboard is like, you know, like in the next game, we're gonna bring in our Lilianas, our Flaying Tendrils. We're gonna have our pushes in. We're gonna have our Terminates and our Izzet Staticaster. So like we're much better equipped after sideboard here. So what do I want to do here? I can actually go Snapcaster, Serum Visions, and have a blocker for this, which I kind of like doing. Serum Visions lets me look at 3 cards. If my opponent combos me, my opponent combos me, like... Okay, so put this on the bottom, put on top. So we can win this game. Because we're going to be able to draw Temur Battle Rage. And so we're going to be able to go... My opponent attacks with Colossus. My opponent attacks with Colossus. I think I take it. Because unless they get... whatever it is, unless they have land, which they have, unless they have white producing land and Vizier, they can't pump the Colossus. So if I go to 2, my Death Shadow's a 10/10, I can fetch it to an 11/11, and I can also attack with Snapcaster. So yeah, we're just gonna take this on the chin. So I think we're going to get him here. A Dwynen's Elite kind of messes things up. Okay, so that doesn't really mess things up. So let's think here. So if I push this, he puts 1 power in front of this. This is an 11/11. Okay, so we're good. So let's push this. And then we got him. This deck is busted. Death Shadow is busted. Nice sideboard card. Oh, I forgot about this. Okay. Maybe I messed up. I think I'm still okay because he's got to put like... Because right now he can block 2 of 20. He still takes 20. Yeah, so we're still good. Didn't think about that, though, which is definitely a mistake. So let's get this swamp so we don't have anything happen. Let's make sure we Temur Battle Rage our Death Shadow. And we got him. All right, let's go for 5-0. Let's go for the 5-0. Hopefully we get there. And then we can jump back in for another league. I have good song requests as followed. Roberto 22052 is followed. And I think I got Kumar, but you know, I appreciate you. Let's put the deck up here. You guys can look at, you guys can type in the police 5-0. Here we go. You guys can type in exclamation point deck list to see the 2 decks we've streamed with today. I'm interested in, let me go back here. I'm interested in Jerry Thompson's deck also. So like, let me look here. Let's do a little brewing here, chat. Like, what do you think? So let's read more select here. We're still looking for a match. Yeah, see, this is, I'm interested in this also. Like, I kind of like this deck. I don't exactly know like how to build it, but I'm pretty interested here. I want to give this deck a whirl also. The old my first modern deck that I ever made was Tribal Zoo. So I like how this deck, like this deck's gonna absolutely destroy the other Death Shadow decks. You just get like too far underneath them and they take too much damage. Like this deck is gonna be, this deck's very good at that. I don't know if you guys can read this or not. If you guys can't, you can just, you know, link it in the chat. If I had double screen here, I'd be all good. I'm actually going to drop out of the queue for 1 second. I'm going to the bathroom. Oh, I guess we just got paired, so I'm going to join. So I think I want to try that deck out also. It's just like the more get you dead. It's the most get you dead Death Shadow deck. Which, you know, I'm all about that. So we're on the play, playing for the old Cinco de Mayo. And this hand's marginal. And it might be mulliganable, but I think I'm going to keep this. Like, we have a Snapcaster, so like any spell we do is going to be able to catch us up. I think we're just going to Street Wraith on 1. Yeah, we drew a cantrip, so that's fine. So we're going to go like this. I think we're still fetching Watery Grave here because we want double black. So my opponent knows what's up, at least. Armstrong, Jacob, and thank you very much. I appreciate the support there. Okay, so we're playing against Valakut. So this is actually a slightly poor matchup, I think. I do think that like Death Shadow has the tools to win this, but I do believe that the Grixis version is very behind. I think the Grixis version is behind in this matchup. So let's do this before we do anything, because I would play a Gurmag Angler if we got it here. Thoughtseize is good. That means we're going to play Death Shadow, good Death Shadow next turn. So what cards do I not want? I don't want this Street Wraith. I don't want the Deltas. We can leave. I only need 1 Thought Scour, I guess. With a land. I guess I would rather snap the Thought Scour back than not get it late game. It was good for me that my opponent didn't have any search for tomorrows. This matchup is also gets better after Sideboard because we get access to Disdainful Stroke, which is just like a very good card in this matchup. I think Disdainful Stroke is just a fantastic sideboard card right now. Yeah, Tribe Elder is pretty annoying. Oh man, if we only had another fetch land. Okay, so I'm just gonna attack, Thoughtseize my opponent, play a Death Shadow, and then I might snap Thoughtseize next turn. I don't know. To just get a better clock going. Yeah, the big mana strategies, like Hour of Promise has made this like a deck. I think Hour of Promise is just very good. I think likely maybe the best deck in Modern. Okay, so I'm really not excited about this Wood Elves, so I'm going to take this Wood Elves, and then next turn I'm probably, if I draw a land, I'm probably, oh, but he can just bolt my Death Shadow. I'm really not excited about this Wood Elves because they're just going to be able to play it and ramp. I think I'm going to take it, and I think I'm just going to play Death Shadow out. And if he bolts, then he can't bolt and say search for tomorrow, cast it in the same turn. This Relic's pretty annoying. Gosh, this hand's actually pretty annoying. I'm gonna take a picture of this. Because like all of these cards are annoying. The Wood Elves ramps him. The Relic shuts off my Snapcaster. The Bolt kills my Death Shadow. The Scape Shift is how he wins, and the Hour of Promise is 2 win cons. I think the best thing to do is to cut him off mana and a blocker. I think like the adult thing to do is to take this card. And I think I'm just gonna play a Death Shadow. Yeah, these decks play mainboard Relic. Because if my opponent's bolting on their turn, they're not ramping. Here comes the relic. Yep. And maybe they pop this now because they want to find like, wow, they're not, Jesus Christ, they're not bolting. That is so aggressive. You have to bolt. They're not even playing, you got to play your land. If they click through there, you've got to play your land, right? You have to play your land and bolt. They just, okay. So they're looking for something to do. Oh, they didn't play that yet. So we know they have a Valakut also. So they play their Valakut. Wow, I can't believe they're not bolting this Death Shadow. No, we're not going to be able to punish them for it. So we're coming in. So they bolt this, just slightly tilting. We're going to play Death Shadow, and we're probably just going to like ambush Viper. So we know 2 out of their 5 cards. Tri-Belter's pretty annoying, but they miss a land drop they want to block. Okay, so I think I'm flashing in Snapcaster here. No, because I'm going to need to, like, I'm going to need this Snapcaster, I think. Oh man, he ripped another one. Just brutalized. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're dead to a land. We're dead to a land, and then next turn we're dead to, like, if we don't find a way to disrupt this scape shift here. Yeah, that sucked. So at least my opponent, like, so they get an island, they get a mountain here. They can't hour and do damage to me. Or if they have a land, then we're just dead to scape shift. Their entire deck's a good draw right now because their entire deck's either a land or, like, the only bad draw they have is like another scape shift. Omen kills me as well. Let's see if they go for it. This is interesting. It sucks because both of their cards kill me now. Like, Hour of Promise kills me because, like, he just gets 2 Valakuts and does 98 damage to me. He's not going for it. Okay. All right, so we're just going to flash Snapcaster Mage in here. Because he can now just start shotgunning my creatures with this. Because these are all, he's got his mountains that he needs. So I think I'm dead because he is 6 to me. So maybe I can live through another turn here. He can just kill my Tasigur also, which is a bit annoying here. Which turns off my stub. Because now he fetches. He can either fetch and get me, or he can fetch. Yeah, so he can fetch and get me, then any land kills me. Or he can fetch and kill my Tasigur, and then his. Okay. So the only card that basically doesn't kill me here is like Relic. Every card in his deck kills me but Relic. Yeah. Let's get it. Tilt. Okay, so in here I like the strokes and the brutalities. I like Temur Battle Rage. I don't really like Young Pyromancer in this matchup. A lot of people think it's okay because it can deal with it can block Chameleon Colossus at least, but I think bringing in Stroke and Stubbs for the Colossus, for the packs, and the Colossus itself are just like a better way of dealing with it. Like all my discard. The K command's like kind of egregious. Maybe I can bring in like a Pyromancer for a K command. And if he's gonna have graveyard hate, maybe I can bring in a Pyromancer as well. So yeah, I guess we'll go wide with Pyromancer. If the game's apt to slow down slightly after sideboard, you know, he's probably going to have 4 relics in his deck, and he might have whatever it is after sideboard. I can't think. He might have like Leyline, so we're going to want more things to do. I'm actually going to run out of the bathroom quickly while this is thinking. So, oh, that's... All right, back. Just had to run to the bathroom. I would like to play first. And this hand's fine. We don't have a threat, but we've got a cantrip. We have a pyro to kind of the game. If we can slow this game down, the Pyromancer should do something. I'm going to get a Watery Grave with this land. All right, well, we're going to take a ramp piece. Ramp piece, then we're going to run out. So we drew a Cinderglade, okay. Get this guy into play. My question is I wonder if I offer this trade. And I think I offer this trade because I can snap Thoughtseize the other one. So let's do that. Let's go here. Let's Thoughtseize our opponent. So at least we get the token. And I think I'm going to offer this trade here. Yeah, they have nothing going on. If my opponent... the problem is my opponent's just got lands. No, this Pyro's going to do so much for me. Like next turn, we get to Sleight of Hand, and then we're going to attack with our Elementals and our Snap. 18 viewers, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate all your support. If you guys like what you see, please hit the follow button. If you don't, then that's fine. Bandy67 and Zach392, thank you. So they played Omen, and they drew Cinderglade. Okay. All right, we're going to put this into our hand. This swamp's fucking me up. Oh, it takes it. Well, they suspended a search, so that was their draw. So this forest is gone. Okay, there's the mountain. What if my opponent's going to bring in, like, if there's a game 2, if they'll bring in some cards to react against this? So now we're coming in for 5. And I think we're thought scouring in our main deck, in our main phase, to try to find something to make this stub a hard counter. Like, I would love a Delve Threat or an Delve Threat or Death Shadow. I think we're going to give it one more shot here. Because I can fetch basic with this if I need to save life. Okay, that should be able to do some work next turn, but next turn I do 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 with the old Pyro army. As long as we don't die on this turn. Which we very easily could die. It's like if my opponent has, if the opponent's got anything here, we're pretty dead. So that's a Primeval Titan. I believe my opponent just gets 2 Valakuts and kills me here. Maybe taking this Omen's a bigger deal. Yep. All right. They've got it. So maybe I should have taken the Omen. I don't know. But we got 2 4-1s on the day, which is pretty dang decent. So I think we're going to jump back in. I think I'm going to play some Jund. I like playing this deck more. So I think I'm going to play this unless there is a strong inclination from the chat to play a different deck. To play the Jund or the Grixis. So let me see if I can... Hang on, let me see. Oh, let's see if I missed anybody. Dog Eater 55, thank you very much. I appreciate your support. Give me 1 second, I'll answer that. No, I didn't do it. Okay. wish there was a way to do like time here. Do like just give like 2 minutes on that. So you guys want to go there, vote. I give it a minute. So I don't play K Command in this deck because I think K Command is not very good in Jund Death Shadow because especially if you're playing Lingering Souls, like Lingering Souls is your grind package. It's not K Command. Like if I want to grind, this card grinds better in K Command. And you get to the point where like if I bring these in a grindy matchup, I'm leaving these in and this in. I've got 7 cards that cost more than 3. So like I don't think K Command is where you want to be if you're playing like Jund Death Shadow with Lingering Souls. I like it if you don't have Lingering Souls. I like it, but if you have Lingering Souls, then I don't like it. And it's also it's only really great against Affinity. Like it's not even super good in the mirrors because it doesn't kill anything. Like in Grixis, it's great because it returns your Snapcaster Mage. But so yeah, let's see what's going on with the polls here. All right, we're gonna give this until 11:45. I'm gonna run and grab a quick snack and then I'll be back here. So. All right, so Jund wins. So we're going to jump back into Jund. So play lobby. Play points. So yeah, so back to what I was saying. I don't think K Command is very good in Jund Death Shadow because you just have better ways to grind. You're gonna keep this, it's not great. God. So there's a really weird part about this deck where most of the time when one Liliana is really bad, the other Liliana is really good. So I think I'm going to put this on top, and then I'm going to bobble my opponent to see if I can get some information. And if that Liliana is really good, then I'll leave it, and if not, I'll shuffle it away. But yeah, I just don't think K Command is where you want to be out of Death Shadow. Like, it's slow, it's clunky. Like, K-Command's a 2 or 3 turn setup. Platinum Angel? Yeah, so this one's not very good at all. I'm assuming I'm playing against, like, Blue Tron. Oh, I got to grab the wrong land. Well, good rip. Okay, well, I mean, we're able to get to work with this Liliana. Thoughtseize is a good draw as well. I'm probably going to take Thragtusk or Solemn Simulacrum. Probably Solemn Simulacrum. Yeah, I'm definitely just going to take the Solemn. Excuse me. He can get the Solemn back, but it's just really slow. And if he's drawing this Solemn and he's not drawing lands and, like, you know, whatever. And I'm going to shock myself. I also have watched a lot of, what's his name? I've read a lot of Magnus Lantos content. Oh, Drew Nature Stirring, that's a good one. Okay, so now he's got Urza's Power Plant. So that's his hand. We know all of it. So Liliana is about to go to work. So I'm actually just going to fetch with this because we don't, like, this isn't a matchup where the white cards are going to matter. Well, I'm going to give myself the option to traverse for Ranger at some point. And this Fatal Push isn't doing anything, so I'm just going to ditch the push. This Liliana is going to be pretty brutal. I discard Platinum Angel. As long as our opponent doesn't rip Natural Tron, we should be in good shape. There's a Chalice. Oh, it's a Ballista. All right, that card's pretty annoying. I still think I'm going up with it. Going up with Liliana, like, they just have more impactful cards in their hand. I'm not really worried about this ultimating. Well, I should have thought about that more, because, like, next turn, they can just put a counter on this, hit this, and then if I go to Edict it, they just shoot the Liliana. So that was poor on my part. Now I need a way to deal with this. So they discarded the Mindslaver. Yeah, this was poor. I should have Edict. Because now if I Edict, he puts a counter on. No, he doesn't put a counter on. Okay. Just got something to do with his mana. I still think I'm going to start just taxing, because, like, he's got something to do with his mana, so he's got good cards in his hand. So discarded Planet. Okay, so now let's go here. See what they're drawing. They're drawing an O-Stone. That card's good. So they're going to put Simulacrum. They're going to put Expedition Map back on top. So they're not drawing this O-Stone. This O-Stone's one card underneath. Tilt. So there's that. They don't have this. I'm going to keep this O-Stone here until they shuffle, though. They might do that right now, though. Okay. Okay, so now we're in a little bit of trouble, because if I tick up to get rid of this Thragtusk, then he starts putting on, like, a million counters a turn on this Ballista. So we need, if we draw a removal spell, we're okay. If we draw a removal spell or a creature, we're in okay shape. If we don't, we're not in okay shape. Tron makes me die. Tron makes everybody die inside. So if I draw a discard spell, a removal spell, I'm in good shape. So is this just better playing and blocking? So what does he do next turn? I think I'm going to cycle this because he's got 3, 6, 9 mana. Yeah, I think if I just play the Street Wraith, I'm playing like not to lose. Okay, so that was a good draw. So that gets me a Death Shadow. But if my opponent wants to shoot this, then they can shoot this. Get that Thragtusk out of their hand. And then hopefully we find a way to deal with this. Walking. Oh, I need to start over my thing.